Hey, everybody, I'm back. Well, it was 2 and 2 if you add them both together. It took me 4 minutes. Nevertheless, I wanted to do a little catch up from the week. I want to be able to sit down with my girlies and guys and roundtable if you want to, if you want to have a live discussion, if you want to get the topics rolling, enter them in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. I'm sitting down, I'm reading the chat. Things are back to normal. Whatever normal is. What does that term normal mean? Let me grab my Kleenex box. What is normal? And did I have a normal week? Absolutely not. This week has been trying insofar as the weather and the elements are concerned. Holy Toledo, holy heat wave. It's been quite hot with a high heat index. Hi, Mason. Hi, Mason. Good afternoon. Good day to you. It is my time, Central Standard, 12:53 right now. So I am glad that you are on. Do you want to start the discussion, Mason? Do you have anything you want to talk about? Something that you saw from this past week? Any of my videos? Any comments? Any concerns, any questions, anything. We can start anywhere. It's just a free for all. I don't have anything planned. Nothing but me and the water and 4 people looking at the chat. Now 7 people looking at the chat. Welcome, everybody. It is Saturday afternoon. I am off of work. Mason says, I'm thrilled you are spending so well. I am spending very little, as a matter of fact. Hey, I still got the Christmas tree, ladies and gentlemen, with the butter. That's right, got the butter. Always have the butter. It's all about the butter. Oh, yes, no flu. Girl, shoot. You know that was a trying time for me. Whatever that bug was, it was awful. Hi, Smoothie. Welcome to you. Smoothie saying hi to Mason and myself. Feeling okay, thank you. Feeling, yes, I am thrilled. You are feeling so well. Absolutely. If you guys know that, not if you know, you have a calendar in front of you, you know that today is July 18th. So for me, July 18th, it has been 18 days of me doing my fast, my personal patriotic fasting, not measuring anything, just wanting to be in a prayerful fast for our nation. I do understand that the world needs our prayers. I truly do. And our nation, because I live in the United States, our nation needs prayers. Our leaders of our nation needs prayers. This is not a religious channel. This is not a political channel. I want the best for all of humanity, whatever that is. What is good for you as individuals coming onto this chat is good for you. Whether you're a vegan, if we're going to talk about food, or a carnivore, a keto person, a Catholic, a Lutheran, a Muslim, a person that believes that it's best to be right-handed, or a person that believes it's best to be left-handed, if you get my drift. I love humanity. I started this channel really because I wanted a health journey. That's what I started it as. Now that I believe in my mind, I have gotten my health journey so much in sync to where I want to be in my health factor. Do I want to shout it from the roofs and tell everybody how fabulous I feel? Absolutely. But my ways aren't always your ways, and nobody can force anybody into doing anything that they're not used to doing. So, for the most part, I want to consider this to be a channel that people watch who want to follow my story, who want to follow me in the soon to be retirement years. I think I'm holding on to the job. Maybe it's a mental thing for me that I'm still continuing to hold the job and going to work every day. I feel like it would be downshifting big time for me just to up and retire. That's just my opinion. I fear that many people that up and retire just live a sedentary life, and I don't want that. I want to be able to relax after working a 60-hour work week and just chill and recoup, invigorate yourself, refresh yourself to continue on for the next week. That I believe in. I also believe in taking care of not only your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, making sure all of your needs are met, being with like-minded people, having friendships like all of you are. We're sharing friendships together, albeit on the internet, but it's a friendly type of gathering. So let's see. Mason says, Smoothie, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Let me get the link up here in case anybody wants to hop on. I don't know how to because I am not technologically savvy. I don't know how to pin links. Pin links. All I can do is copy and paste. So I'm going to paste the link. There are 6 people watching in the chat right now. If any of you want to hop on, come on the screen, chit and chat with me, live and in person, by all means, let's do this. In the meantime, I'll just talk about a topic as the week progressed, and I'll start out with what Mason was saying in comparison to last week. Holy Toledo. You guys, whatever that bug was, now you can trust me when I say that, well, obviously, I haven't been eating with my fast. It's my understanding I have one of those lapse in memories, looking to you guys to help me out. It starts with a C. It's not the big C word. It's that thing that's going around where everybody's having the upset digestive system, shall we say, from eating vegetables. And you have to be near a restroom, is my understanding, because of this thing. I should have grabbed my cell phone. Nope, don't have it. So if somebody knows the name of that bug that everybody's been experiencing from eating vegetables, throw it down in the link. I appreciate it. I know what vegetables do to my system, not to mention if there'd be an infectious matter on a vegetable that you bring home from the grocery, you think you're washing it to the best of your abilities, and you got this bug. Not good. So, ew, I'm glad I didn't experience that. But I guess a lot of people have. So I'm happily walk into any grocery store with my cart and just keep riding past all the vegetables on a continuum. That's fine for me. I don't need vegetables for me. So this week it was progressively good. However, the heat index, that was a killer for me. The fact that I'm still working, I choose to work from 10 in the morning until 10 at night. Primarily, yeah, it's a financial thing. Like a squirrel in my squirrel moments, collectively grabbing all of my little nuts, monies together, paying all of my debts, getting myself better financially able from all the poor habits that I have had happen, have done to myself, self-inflicted, over shopping just to soothe whatever's going inside of my head, that type of shopping. You walk in with credit cards and you're feeling bummed out. How are you going to feel better? You're going to go on a spending spree just to come home $1,000 in debt and put the clothes in with the other clothes. Oh, I went through that stage of, hey, this is on sale. Hey, it's a size 16. Hey, I'm a size 3X. That was my gold clothes. So the gold clothes finally fit me today after, I don't know, 6 years of doing the shopping spree because I got it on sale for $3. This week at work, I wore sundresses that I paid under $10 for just to be cool, literal cool, not to look cool, to be cool in a building that should be air conditioned, lack of air conditioning. Why we don't have air conditioning apparently is a matter between the plant manager and the finances. We just closed our fiscal year end at the end of June. So it's a brand new year for us at my employer. I can understand the aspect of spending a lot of money in the beginning of a fiscal year for an air conditioning unit, just so that it can be used for maybe 2 months, July and August. But they're forecasting next week to be much cooler, so we should have a bit of a reprieve from the air conditioning, from the heat, if you will. We have these cooling towels at work that are fabulous. We've been given them from the company. They're probably the length of a yardstick, and I was going to call it foam. It's not foam. Fabric is similar to a foam. It retains the moisture, but yet the front and the back side wicks away any wetness. So the coolness that you feel goes right through your clothes, but doesn't make your clothes wet. Ingenious. I love it. Is it any different than an air conditioning unit to make the place a climate controlled situation? Not really. But it soothes the savage beast in many people. I don't know this to be true, but if it was my name on the door or on the building, it would be different. Until that point in time, my name is not on the building. I have zero say so. They pay me handsomely. I come to work every day. Certain time, go home at a certain time. This week, Thursday, if we're going to catch up and rehash the week, was awful. Because not only the heat, let's not forget the wildfires that have been happening in Canada. Crazy, horrific wildfires in Canada and Minnesota. And that's the state right next to me. Minnesota wildfires. Someone said that they were started by man. Man started them, meaning the human race, man, not male, female. That it was man started, somebody lit a fire and wildfires literally going wild. But the smoke was so bad. The sky was a haze for, I want to say it started, I'm trying to remember. Did it start Wednesday? Maybe Tuesday. Earlier this week, I had mentioned, because where I was working, I looked through the plants and I thought to myself, I wonder if there's a fire within the building, it started to smell smoky as though it was a fire. And I looked, and then I mentioned to one of the leads or supervisors, hey, this seems as though there's a smoke. Is something going on? And people were rushing around trying to figure it out, of course. Well, unbeknownst to everybody, it was in the news, but we don't know because we're working. We're not watching the news at work, that the wildfires were taking place in Canada, and the stream was coming down, hitting us in northwestern Wisconsin. I live 40 miles north of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So we were getting it from Minnesota wildfires. We were getting it from Canada. It was very intense. And you throw that into the fact that we don't have air conditioning, no general circulation in the building. That really stunk. Literal stunk. The scent was just horrific. It bothered your nose. It bothered my eyes for days. Then on Thursday, it was about 2:00, and I already worked for 4 hours from 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. I started my shift is at 2. So I came onto the start of my shift at 2:00, took a break, and thought, wow, my eyes are just burning. They're burning, burn, 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 burn. I just need to close them. So I sat at the break room like this for 10 minutes and closed them. And then I opened them up, rubbed my eyes, said, okay, I got to do this. Let's do this. Put some eye drops in my eyes, eye moisturizers, put those in my eyes. And, oh, look who's here. Hi, Leslie. Good afternoon. Oh, good evening for you. Good evening, Leslie. She's saying, good evening, Jerry and everyone. Welcome, Leslie. I hope that this evening finds you doing very well. Right now, it is 1:09 Central Standard Time here in the United States. I just finished a 45 minutes? A little bit of an introduction video using the Hoopa Hoopa. I'm going to continue doing that every day. And I'm going to be doing shorts every day, meaning literal shorts, short videos showing my progress with the weighted hoop. I just started very rudimentary, moving my hips in circles, and I'm going to continue on just to keep you up to speed where what had happened until you got here, Leslie. So welcome. Let's continue on. So after my 2:00 rubbing of the eyes, I said, I can do this. I can do it. Then came 3:00. And then that hour just dragged. I said, okay, I can do it. I can get to 4:00. My eyes were little slits until I finally went to my supervisor. Now I punched in that day at 10 minutes to 10. It was really by accident. I got to the clock, and my clock in my car is always 10 minutes ahead. So I went from my car right to the building and punched in 10 minutes a little too early. Nevertheless, told my boss, I don't think I can function like this anymore. I can barely keep my eyes open, not to mention the tightness from breathing all of the wildfire smoke and the heat in the plant. So I had to go home. So here I am, Thursday night, sweltering heat, getting into my black SUV with the black interior, heat index of over 104 degrees, sweating with little slits of eyes, grabbing a hot non-air conditioned steering wheel, hot from the sun, driving home. You guys, I thought that was worse, driving home at 5:00 in the evening, than it is when I typically go home at 10:00 at night. Can you imagine going home 10:00 at night, having to drive with little slits in your eyes, trying to watch for the deer? That was terrible. By the time I got home Thursday, I came down here, because it was ice cold and I was sweating bullets. I came down here in the guest room, laid on the bed, turned on my coaching class that was going on for technology, turned that on, started watching, actually listening to the class on my laptop computer, the device I'm using right now, listening, and I fell asleep. I can only imagine what my classmates thought of me. Here I am, sleeping on my pillow, fell asleep. I don't even want to look at that video. I'm so ashamed. Nevertheless, it is what it is. Leslie, oops, there we go. Sorry about that, Leslie. Yes, I have started exercising, and I realize that I have to do more than just the walking that I'm doing and my little shake plate that I'm doing, and the fact that I work a 12-hour day. Most of my 12-hour days, Leslie, are sitting at a machine and doing this type of manual work. Very easy. They pay me very handsomely to do very light assembly. But I realize I got to move. I got to keep the core in tune. I got on the scale today. It's an even 200 pounds. Yesterday it was 200 point something or other. But I know that I'm doing this fasting. Today's the 18th day. The goal for this fasting for me is praying for my country. The prayers of a righteous person availeth much. Is anything going to happen because of prayer for one person? For 5 people? For a group of people? Prayer matters. I believe that the prayers that I do are not only for my country, my leaders of the country, leaders of the state, the country, ultimately the world-reaching humanity. My prayers are for humanity, for God's will to be done. That's what I pray for, God's will. Now, fasting, my prayerful fasting, pardon me, just one second. My prayerful fasting is very driven, sometimes to the point that while I'm praying, I can go and sweat so much. I feel an exceptional amount of heat. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's very hot outside, because I'll be in my basement and I'll be praying in my basement in the heat outside in an air-conditioned below grade basement, sweating up a storm when it's probably 58 degrees in my basement. It's so cold with the central air unit right down here. I really get into my prayer big time, but that's me. The goal for this month is not to lose weight. I have been doing the measured ketones and blood tests because everybody else is doing it. I thought, let me check it out to see how my fasting is different from my typical 40-day Jesus fast, the end of every year, end of Thanksgiving until my mother's birthday, when I break the fast on January 11th. This summer fast is very different when it comes to the numbers. My numbers are all over the place. My ketones, when I was sick last week, the blood glucose was low. It was not the lowest it's ever been. The lowest it's ever been was during the winter months when it was 38, my blood glucose. And then I finally broke the fast when my blood glucose got to 35, because that scared me. So maybe about 8 years ago, when that happened to me, was when I broke a in the middle of a 40-day fast. I was literally in the middle. I think it was the 23rd day or 27th day that I broke the fast before the end. But physically, I couldn't do it. Ooh, there's a lot of chitting and chatting going on right now. Let's catch up. Let's do a little catch up here. Wow. Oh, Smoothie's talking here. Smoothie says, yay, my Gary shirts came in today. Absolutely happy for you. I love Gary shirts when they arrive. Mine are due to come in this next week. Smoothie saying hi to you, Leslie. And Lizzie is here too. Hi, I said, Leslie. This is Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. Welcome to this afternoon chit and chat. Just having a bit of a chit and a chat with the folks. That's amazing, Jerry. Well, thank you very much, Leslie. I appreciate it. Yes, it does. Prayer of the righteous man availeth much. Absolutely. Everybody say hi. I love the chitting and the chatting. Leslie asked me a question. Leslie said, how long have you practiced fasting for 40 days like this? Well, this year, I should say, January 11th, 2026 was the end of my 15th year, 1-5, that I've been doing 40-day, as I call Jesus fasting. So I've been doing that. The reason I got into it primarily was thanks to Dr. Fung. Fung got me hooked on the fasting aspect because I started out at 363 pounds, and I have been doing this journey for quite some time, albeit started off on the wrong foot. It was when 2008, the whole Facebook thing became a thing. And I got onto Facebook, and you know how Facebook was back in the day. It was a matter of connecting with people. So you'd go on and you'd connect with all your friends from high school. You became friends with people around the world. Groups started forming on Facebook. Then people would see you and on Facebook, and I think it's still the same way to this day, that people on Facebook will talk about, as they say, bring the drama, talk about all their things, personal things, some things that can be shared by people, some things that shouldn't be shared by people go on Facebook. Sometimes people go on Facebook and it's for nefarious reasons. I've seen marriages break up over Facebook. They look up old girlfriends, old boyfriends, start kindling flames, crazy kind of things like that. So people were watching. They would say, for example, your high school friends, they'd say, oh, hi, how are you, Jerry? It looks like things have been doing well with you since high school. It's been 40 years. And then they make comments on you. 15 years, Leslie said, that's a long time. You need to teach on fasting. You know, somebody had commented, I forget who. Maybe it was Gary. Gary made a comment last week on a live stream. Somebody asked him how that was it. Mitch had asked how I was doing on the fast. And I was listening to the live stream, Mitch's live stream, with my OSHA approved hearing device. And then Gary said that Gary mentioned that I didn't want to talk about fasting or to teach it because I am a KILTS certified health coach. Now, this channel isn't medical advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not anything but a certified health coach teaching the proper way of eating that is directed by my clients and customers. Yes, I have the book taught knowledge that was taught to me by Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Nelson. I have that up here. What I have in here and what I believe is the proper human, pardon me, proper human diet for myself, I cannot ascribe to anybody else. I cannot say, Gary, you must fast for 40 days. I've had people come to me in my coaching class and said they want to do it with me. And I say to them, I can't tell you what to do. You should come to a fasting point in your life where it's comfortable for you. So I let them know that if they stop eating, for example, at 6 o'clock at night, the last food that enters their soup cooler is at 6 p.m. And the first thing the next morning that they eat at 6 a.m., their eggs and bacon at 6 a.m. in the morning, they fasted for a 12-hour period, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I tell people to start small that way. You can even start smaller by having your meal at 12 noon and not wait until eating your dinner until 5 p.m. You fasted for those hours, that point in time. Let's see, we have more people in the chat right now. Brian's here. Hi, Brian. Hi, friend. Brian is saying, hi, Jerry and everyone. Brian, you are a bright ray of sunshine. I love to see you and hear from you any chance that I get the opportunity. Welcome, friend. Glad to have you. And Smoothie even agrees. It's nice to see you. It absolutely is. Now, Leslie is saying, hi, Brian. How's your wife's carnivore journey going? I hope you're having a great weekend. And Brian answered and said, great. So it's been a few minutes since I've been on and I've posted. If anybody is so inclined, come on. Hop into the chat with me. Let's talk. We can hear from Brian if he wants to come on, of course, or Leslie, or Smoothie, or anybody, if they want to come on, chit and chat with me. I have pinned the chat and we can have a round table. I don't know this to be true. I don't have my cell phone here with me. I guess I could get up and go get it. But I do believe I overheard someone saying Thomas is doing a live today. Brian is here. Hi, Brian. Welcome, my darling. Hello to you.
How's it going?
Fabulous. It's so good to see you, young man.
Thank you. You always put a smile on my face.
Thank you so much. I just adore you. You're the light. You are the light for me. Thank you. Tell me what's going on, friend.
Well, today is the 365th day of me posting every day on my Facebook channel. And I'm doing 3 long posts, and then I'm sharing my weight, where I started, and pictures of before and afters. And I'm going to post the link to my interview tomorrow. I haven't shared my weight or any pictures on my Facebook since I started 365 days. So I've got 3 long posts, and I just finished the second post and posted that. I was going to come and see your workout stuff, but I was writing that and I didn't want to lose it.
It's quite all right. I am so excited for you. Fabulous. Good on you. I saw I'm rarely on Facebook, but I saw the Facebook post with you and your wife at your wedding day, and it brought tears to my eyes, as well as many people. Just fabulous.
Yeah, she's my hero.
Absolutely. How's she doing?
Pretty good. I think she's lurking somewhere behind me listening.
Hi, Mrs. Brian. What's your wife's name? I apologize.
Her name's Dina.
Dina. Hello, Dina. You can show. You can show
She's
your
already
face.
walked away. I heard her walk away when she heard me talking about her.
It's like, no, no. I caught
Yeah.
her, what was it, last week when she was on? Just a brief moment. There we go.
Yeah, she was trying to get out of the house and she kept on tripping on stuff. I was laughing at her. It was funny.
Uh, that is
So,
remarkable.
how did your workout stuff go?
Good. It was very rudimentary. It was just me really was swaying back and forth, letting people know that it's my first real day of doing it. Last week it was supposed to be, but I was hit with that whatever bug I had last week.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it every day, but I'm not going to film it. I will do a short every day so people can see and be really for accountability purposes. I want to be able to start something and continue on and showing forms of progress as you're trying to do yourself.
That was exactly why I started posting. I had posted when I started DDPY on the 8th, and I think it was the 8th. And anyway, but the 8 days leading up to when I actually said I'm going to do this was consistency. And on the 8th day, the part 2 of that post, I wrote a long post and explained everything, and I showed a picture of me. And before that, I didn't show any pictures of myself at all. I just didn't do that. That just at that time led to problems and stuff I didn't want to deal with. So I just said, nope, I'm gonna do this, and I released a whole bunch of demons I'd been holding on to for a long time.
Oh, buddy, I can hear you. I'm going to say interject real quickly. Leslie, thank you so much. I'm glad you're on. Enjoy your hike. Ivy came on and she said first, second, third, fourth. And Smoothie is saying enjoy Yellow Rose because she's going out on her walk right now. Brian, I can relate to what you're saying because I literally burnt all of my fat pictures. A couple have been surfacing that I've been finding, and I did not burn my wedding pictures where I was very heavy. And you can't burn your wedding pictures because you can't do that.
Yeah.
So I can look back at those and see the difference there I am from there to the 200 pounds that I am today. And ashamedly, maybe is the reason why I burnt them. I didn't want people to ever see it. So I can only imagine the head games I played with myself after I lost the 163 pounds and then I gained it back that year and then I had to slowly lose it again. That was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
That the wedding picture I used the other day, if you notice, I'm standing behind my wife. I'm blocking most of myself, but I was going through the old wedding pictures and there's several in it where it's clear and everything. And I was close to 700 if I wasn't above 700 at that point. So um, I'm gonna find those pictures and here in a little while and get all that stuff ready. I hope you have a chance to go read those 3 posts.
On Facebook that you post? Facebook.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I have not yet today. I went and I was corresponding with Evelyn today on Facebook. That's the only. Oh, and then I wait a minute, and then I posted twice about the videos I was doing today, the introduction to the hula hoop.
yeah. I would love to do that hula hoop, but that would just mean me falling on my face right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
not so easy. It's not so easy to hula hoop when you're holding on to a walker.
yeah, the hoopa is what I've been calling it because it's so different than the hula hoops we had as children, the
Oh
big
yeah.
the big hoopy things, but it's a workout and I wanted to make it so rudimentary for people that even if they're in a wheelchair, just to move, even if they have to sit and just sway a little bit or just move their arms, something,
Yeah.
move their neck, something slow, work slow and build up to the level that you're comfortable with. Everybody's individual.
Oh yes. That's how you have to do it. On my exercise stuff with DDPY, I had to go back to the bed because of hip and back, and then I got sick. I think the thing you caught was the exact same. It sounded just like what I had, and I almost had to go to the hospital on the third day of that. I woke up and Dina was crying, and I had no idea where I was at, and I was sitting up on the bed, and she said, "I'm calling the ambulance," and I said, "Let's wait a second before we do that." So, but yeah, that was miserable. I haven't been that sick in a long time.
Yeah, that's what I felt now. I don't know if this is in because I know you don't eat vegetables. So I can only imagine what these vegetable people are eating and feeling as poorly as this. What is that called? It's called? It starts with the C. What is that called? Because of the vegetable eating, the diagnosis, the illness,
Um,
the
see, what is it? I know what I'm seeing it, but I just can't think of what the word is. We had that go through here a couple of years ago. Um, one of the restaurants in here in town was fairly new, and they got a bad batch of lettuce, and it made probably about 150, 200 people sick, and some of them ended up in the hospital. And it pretty much ruined that restaurant. It never recovered, and they finally had to shut their doors. And they were a good restaurant. It was just one batch of lettuce, and the the word got around, and nobody trusted them anymore. So yeah.
oh man. I know that our community, insofar as carnivore is concerned. Oh, I have to ask you, uh, DDPY. What does that stand for?
Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. And Diamond Dallas was a famous wrestler. He was like world champion 3 times in the 90s and the 2000s. And he broke his back in the ring. The guy had him up and he landed wrong and he broke his back. And he came up with this. He saw his wife doing yoga and he said, "I'm not going to do that." So he came up with his own yoga, and the doctors at that time said, "You'll never wrestle again. You're going to be this and that and everything." And he proved them wrong. And then they put it out on a DVD and started helping. And the success stories are tremendous. Um, one of the first guys, Arthur Borman, you can go on YouTube and there's videos of him. He was in a back brace, 2 knee braces, and he was a paratrooper in the army, and all the problems he had. And he walked with 2 arm braces. And at the beginning of the video, you saw him like that, and at the end, he was running. So, and there's thousands of stories. I wish that more people would give it a chance and look at it, and it changed my life. And 13 years ago, when I saw it, I thought, because I work nights and TV's on at night where I worked, and you see an info commercial, and info commercials are designed to grab you, and it grabbed me. And I thought, this is great. I should do this. Well, after it was over with, the doubt and this can't be true, that's impossible, and I poo-pooed it. I can't imagine where I'd be right now if I did that. But
Mm.
you can't cry over spilt milk, but the stories are wonderful. And you can get the DVDs and stuff still, or you can get the live. And that's how I would do it, just because of community. Just like in the carnivore community, a lot of us see each other in different places throughout the day, and we all talk. And it's the same way there. There's different Facebook groups and stuff that you can belong to, and then the actual workouts and everything. Um, I hurt my hip. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't reading my body, and I hurt my hip. I'm gonna have to have hip replacement in both hips and both knees at some point. And
Oh, no.
I didn't listen to myself, and then I pushed it. That old business of, work, and if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing it right and everything. Well, that's wrong. That's just idiotic. And I pushed way too hard, and all the hip stuff came right back. Um, and I thought I was going to have to quit because I just couldn't do it anymore. And one of the people, Candy, said, no, you can go back to the start where you were at, or you can even go further back because it goes from bed to chair, chair to stand, and then you start the actual program. And then there's like 6 or 7 different levels of that, all the way up to a red, which is mind boggling. I don't see how they do that. But I had to go back to the bed. And here this last time when I got sick and a lot of the stuff came back, I just went back to the bed. And now, yesterday, I moved up to the actual chair. I'd started some of the chair last week, but this is where it's actually started. So I'm in the chair again. Then I'll be chair to walk. And then hopefully in 5 months, I will be walking without that walker. Well, not even
Mm,
hopefully, I will be. Hopefully is saying giving your chance, giving yourself the opportunity to quit, and that's I'm not about that anymore. So
that's
victory.
your attitude is superior. That's why I think I'm so drawn to you whenever I see you in all the chats. And sometimes if I, as you know, I may see the hi Jerry on the chat, but I'm at work and I can't see anything. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"Oh,
I know. I
I
know
have to."
you've got the headphones in. You can't do anything. I always love it when we catch you in the restroom or in the break room. That's funny.
I'm in the restroom right now, or I do the talk instead of type and try to figure out that
Yeah.
garbled mess. Okay, Smoothie put down what it's called, cyclosporasis.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. That's the thing. Now that started because of animals and what was on animals' feet or hooves and stepping on vegetation that started the bug. Is that how it initiated?
Uh, that or feces is one
Yeah,
way too. And
right.
the
Hi, Lizzie.
feces came from the hoofs to the plant in the water. And
Yes.
I heard him talking in Dr. Kelch yesterday is like diarrhea in the water and then the water into the plant and the plant into us. And yeah. I on plants and stuff, I my personal opinion is I think that plants are medicine. You know, you can use them for medicine. And then in a case of famine, you know, I think they're a survival thing. And I'm sorry if things went to pot, I would eat a plant, you know, until got to the point I could eat meat again. Because I'm gonna survive. No matter what, I'm gonna survive. I was talking to Thomas about that and I said, you know, I don't understand how people can you have something wrong. Just use the sardines for example, is that I know all the benefits of them and but if you won't eat something to you're sitting there complaining about being having whatever, but you won't do something. If I had to take a ball bean hammer and hit myself in the finger every day, and that was the only way I was going to get better, guess what I'm doing every day? And I'm doing it with a smile on my face.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm also of the mindset that God will protect us. And ultimately, my thing is always the same. I don't know what God has in store for me, but I know it's going to be His plan and I know it's going to be good. Even though man, another individual, would say, "Oh, that's just terrible. How could this happen?" I have to rejoice in whatever God gives me every day. As you said, if my freezer is empty and that's all I have to do is survive off the plants in my forest, God will direct me and his will be done regardless.
Yeah. Well, and he created them,
Exactly.
you know. I've learned that we're part of one, everything, you know, and there's a reason. There's nothing chaotic or what's the word? Um, oh, I can't think of the word. There's no random. I can't think of the word right now. Um, like anarchy, this, no, it's, there's a reason for everything. Everything was put here for a purpose, including us.
Right.
And that the arrogance of man to think that we're better than anything is just insane,
Mhm.
and it's led us to where we're at now, where people are destroying stuff, where people are acting crazy, and that, like, you see people hurting animals.
I know.
Why? You know? And or you hear people, well, that's a dog, it's beneath me. No, it's the exact same thing as you. Everything on this planet is created exactly the same way. And we all eat, we all digest, and we all have excrement. And our cars do the same thing. You put gas in your car, it runs the car, and there's exhaust. Everything on the planet is the exact same way. There's a reason for that. It's not random.
Mhm. Yep, God created Edison, who came up with the light bulb, the invention of everything. Elon Musk invented the chopsticks that are catching things out of the sky falling towards Earth. How incredible is that mindset? I mean,
Oh yeah.
the internet itself. Who would have thunk we're going to be talking into boxes
I
electronically to
rem-
people?
I remember the old Star Wars stuff, and it was the future, and everything was kind of designed around the future. And then you look 15 years ago, and all of that stuff is old. That those thoughts and those technology are old. And I watched SpaceX from the very beginning because they started when I first got sick. So that's what I did. I watched. I watched from when the basically they said the water tanks flying, all the way to where they're at right now. And I remember thinking when I heard the plans for the chopsticks and to catch the booster and then catch the rocket, and I was going, that's insane. That will never happen. And guess what had happened? And
I know.
all the people that hate are just insane. That guy employs probably hundreds of thousands of people, and then the people that are employed off of them are in the millions. And you see these idiots on TV complaining about it, and I'm going, have you literally ever helped anybody? Have you gave them a job? Did you go to the food bank? Did you do anything? And you know what they're going to say? They're going to call you a name and walk off, or they're going to call you a Nazi and walk off. So,
Right.
yeah, just insane.
So true. Smoothie wrote here, our bodies are the spiritual temple for the soul, and your soul is a part of the creator that wants to experience the world through you. Thanks, Smoothie. Yeah, it's one thing to be able to spout off ignorant vernacular to somebody else, and then another person speaks truth to that person, and they have no way to respond other
Yeah.
than
Violence.
right.
Yeah.
Do you
Because
feel sometimes as though, I know we lead sheltered lives in our community, I just as soon be with the more like-minded people, but I love people, but I don't want to subject myself to people that are just going to tear me down spiritually, emotionally, maybe physically. You never know.
well, one of the things I've learned over this last year was forgiveness, and that was in that last post I did, was that changed everything. I learned forgiveness. I forgave the people that hurt me, wronged me, and then I forgave myself during this trip. Um, I think everybody here has the right to an opinion, but what you don't have the right to do is squash somebody else's opinion or cancel them. You don't have that right. And I don't care which way you vote. We're free.
Right.
And if you're going to ask me which way I voted, why are you doing that? It's because you want to place me in some kind of way in your head. How I voted is none of anybody's business, you know? And I don't care where you're at. Where I care about is what kind of person you are. Do you
Hmm.
help? Do you hold your hand out? you make it possible for somebody to achieve their goals and their dreams? And there's a lot of people that don't do that anymore. And they might hear one thing and then you notice that they've vanished off of your Facebook. They're still there, but you know, you don't hear from them anymore or anything. And you're sitting there going, really? You know? And that's one thing I don't do. I I just don't care. How you live your life is up to you.
Mhm.
I don't tell you how to live your life, and you have no reason to tell me how I should live my life, regardless of which way I vote or what I do or how I think. And that's the same way with carnivore, you know? And I'm not going to put you down if you're eating plants. And uh, one of my goals now, and it wasn't when I first started, was I want to be a coach. I want to have a website, and I want to have a YouTube channel. I want to have you on my channel. But I've got to set everything in motion, which I'm starting. But I never want anybody to feel like I felt. Like sometimes when I first started coming to all the channels and stuff, I'd say hi to everybody, and all I heard was crickets. But you know what? I didn't give up. And I know it was probably annoying as heck. And I felt bad for Mitch the other day because he had to read my name literally a million times in the morning because I was telling everybody hi. But so, but I want to say hi because you know what? There's somebody that's new that went there and you know nobody said hi to them, and they went there 5 times and nobody said hi. I don't want to be
Mhm.
around people that don't say hi to people. It's negative and it's poor. And then you see the ones that are just not right, and you just I don't want to be around them anymore. They drag me down. I
Nice.
Dallas had a thing when I first started his program, and he said, surround yourself with 5 people that lift you up, basically, you know, and get rid of the poor ones. I mean, he said you don't have to just forget about them, but don't let them affect your life, you know, basically. And
Sure.
I want to be around people that lift me up and I can lift them up. So, and you're one of them. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Well,
there's a lot more than 5, but you do. Whenever I see you, that's the first thing I do is I say hi. And the other night I was praying on your ride home because I didn't think that you were sick. I thought you were having a low blood sugar. And if you remember, if you went back and looked at that, I said, you need to take the milk inside because I'm a type 2 diabetic. And when I would get to that point, your brain doesn't work. It's like, okay, there's the kind of thing that's going to help you. And you're seeing a giant chicken that might bite you if you touch that when you're having a low blood sugar.
the lowest that I've ever been, and I talked about, I think I talked about this morning, or the earlier one was 38, and that was maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. And then I did it at 35, and at that point I got scared because I didn't want the the, the ramifications of a low blood sugar. I'm very sensitive to what I say on YouTube, and I know you can read between the lines. Hi, Wendy, I see you. Hello, Wendy. Thanks for coming
I
on.
Wendy. And
So
hi,
we see.
Lizzie. I saw Lizzie in there too.
Yeah, I got Lizzie too. Yep. Thank you. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate you all. We're so cautious about what we say on YouTube because of the YouTube police, the
Yeah.
bigger authority, the people that can pull the plug on us. So I watch my words, but I said, God, please take this from me because I want to continue to pray for my country to fulfill this a fast for the month. But I didn't feel as though it was going to get to that level anymore. I realized, wow, this is just some flu or fluky cold or summer cold that went awry. And God says, just be patient. I will heal you. I will heal you. And then he brought me back. Now, my blood sugar today was, shoot, what was it? I forgot now. My Dr. Boz, you do the Dr. Boz thing, don't
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah. Dr. Boz for me is a lot easier than the other one. And you also have a list of where you're at and everything. And I think she says like 40 and below, your body's in ketosis where it's actually autophagy. And
Mhm.
I'm trying to keep mine in the low 20s and teens. And when I'm in fasting, the teens, because it's helping all the inflammation and all of my brain stuff. I have horrible brain fog and exhaustion, and that's what I've been going through for the last week, where I couldn't function. And when it hits me, I just go lay down. I can't do anything about it. So, and I'm
Yeah.
doing pretty good right now. We're having a nice chat, but um, one of the times was when you had Kelly on and me, and I think that was the first time I had went on anything, and we were sitting there talking, and in that talk, it hit me in the brain fog, and it was just like it's like a train rolling through the station, and it takes everything with it, and you can see it on my face when it happened.
I remember that day
You
when
know,
you had to excuse yourself. Absolutely. Wendy just saw that she scrolled by this a few times. The reason I asked Google to give me a thumbnail to try to catch up with a lady holding a bottle of ketchup. And it wasn't a lady that looked like me, and it wasn't even my image. It was just the word catch, CATCH, but catch up, get it? So that's why I'm sure the reason why I don't have a lot of people watching me right now. I'm not the most popular person when it comes, or an influencer by any stretch of the imagination, but I know that the few people that I have as close friends, and with which I include you in that, of course, Brian, too. You know, the people they get you, but you can't please everybody all the time and be the up person all the time on YouTube. So for my channel is different. Hey, Kevin's in the house too.
hi
Kevin is
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin Tuber Chat. Good to see you. I just
I
wish I had more time in the day, though,
Yeah.
Brian. It's hard for me. Thank you so much for sharing me, Kevin. Time
Have you?
is
I
hard.
love going to Kevin's lives and just sitting in and listening and watching all this stuff going on.
Me too. I'll plug in when he's on. He doesn't know I'm on because I see when I go to the bathroom, I'll see he's on, and I don't have the time to click on, or sometimes I'm afraid to say anything because people are going to be saying, "Hi, Jerry, hi, Jerry, hi, Jerry," and I can't respond because I have my OSHA ears on. So I listen to him so much and glean all the information that I can from Kevin. Wealth of knowledge for sure. But I wish I had more time in a day to do all the things, and God only knows I just don't have the time.
I couldn't the other day. You said that you fell asleep during Amy's tech course. You weren't up on my screen. Screen. I'm sure that you saw her. The Yep. Um, the the I couldn't see you on my screen. So when you said that, it was a shock to me.
I looked because I saw myself, and maybe it's because I was on the app that I was on, that I saw myself laying there on the pillow. But then I woke up and I was the only one there, and the stream was gone, and it was 10 minutes to 9, and I had to use the restroom. And I thought at that point, total embarrassment. Oh my Lanta, what are people thinking about me?
I
Wendy's
love
asked,
I loved when Jen fell asleep on Grandma's and they took a screenshot.
I
I
remember,
told Grandma, I said, you need to make a shirt, and they were howling.
I
Oh,
remember, so true. Wendy's asking something which is true here. Does anybody get a weirdness in their mouth during ketosis? I understand about ketones being volatile, but I still find it unpleasant. Let me know your opinion, Brian.
some people, that's one of the ways you can test for ketones. There's I think 4 different ways. Uh, Dr. Ben Bickman has a really good video on that, and I highly recommend it for anybody to watch. Um, the first two are the pea strips, and then the breath. So there is I believe that's 100% because it's catching whatever that is on the sensor to show that you're in ketosis. But the next or the best ones are the continuous glucose ketone monitor, and
Yep.
then the Keto Mojo, the blood. They actually measure the what is the B
Beta
it's
beta beta
yeah,
hydroxybutyrate.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
I was on the continuous glucose meter, and that was a light bulb moment for me. I did the GKI. I'm on my third GKI meter. I started with the first, second, and then I dropped it, so that was my fault. That's why I had to get the third. But the continuous glucose monitor was an eye-opening moment for me. Have you ever been on one of those?
no. When I first started out, I was still in the type 2, and my doctor prescribed the Dexcom. I think it's Dexcom 7, and turned it into the pharmacy, and they said your insurance isn't going to cover it. And I said, well, how much is it? It was like $700 a month, and I said, oh, nope, ain't going to do that.
Mhm.
And I would have loved to have done it. And then I saw that there was some other Dexcom. They have Stelo as their not off brand, but they're the one you don't need a script for. So I might still do that. I've been thinking about it. Dr. Boz said something, and part of my reason for all the stuff I do is my brain. One of my biggest fears is Alzheimer's and dementia. And with the brain fog that I got from I don't know if you can even, we were just talking about the words you're not supposed to use on here, is C, but it's not the big C, but it's the horrible C that affected us.
Yes.
But when the brain fog come in, the first 3 years I couldn't function. The first year I was horrible.
Mhm.
I couldn't hold a conversation for more than 15, 20 seconds if that. And that was it. And I was done. So I do everything I do now. I'm still doing the weight stuff because I still have 60, 70 pounds I would like to get off. But I'm more concerned with my brain right now. So I do. Howdy.
Howdy, Brian.
Well, look at this. Isn't this kind of familiar?
Kelly, honest to Pete, buddy, friend, you are looking younger and younger. I met you a year ago, and you're going backwards in age. Hi, little darling. Hi, Kelly, daughter.
I haven't seen Kelly for a while, and he does look a lot younger. What did you do? What did you do that's just majorly different? I heard him talking about it a week ago.
It's the angle view here. No, just
No,
kidding.
no, it's not.
I shaved. Did I shave?
Okay.
I shaved my mustache, but
Okay.
I don't know. I guess it's just we all tapped into the fountain of youth, carnivore. I guess that's all I can think of.
You look 20 years younger. I'm serious. I'm not even lying about that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And Tuesday, I will be a year older.
Wow.
Fabulous. Happy almost birthday to you. Yay.
How young of a man will you be?
And then next weekend, of course, it's been a year since we met, Jerry, but that's my carniversary date. So I have a live stream. I'm going to have an open panel, and I want to celebrate it.
Hooray.
Very nice. Congratulations.
When is that exact date, Kelly?
July 26th.
July 26th. And what day of the week is July 26th this year?
Sunday.
Fabulous. Excellent. I can't wait. I want to say a hi to a couple of people that came in. Pardon me, guys. Just a second. Uncle Charlie, he's here. He's asking, how are you doing with your July fast? Pretty good, Uncle Charlie. I was saying to Brian before that my numbers are all skewed. It makes no rhyme or reason for a girl that's not eating. Why are my ketones high or low? Why was I a Boz 70 today, Brian, when I think I should be a Boz 15? It makes no sense, my testing. I don't know. My body's doing weird stuff.
When did you test?
This morning, what time did I do that live? Oh shoot, I'm trying to think. Was it 10 to 9? I slept in a little late, 8:30 maybe. And my Dr. Boz number, which was a 70, was because of my glucose at 91 and my ketones at 1.3 to come up with the 70 Boz.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be lower? I don't know.
How was your sleep overnight? And how have you been feeling?
I think it was excellent. I did not wake up to pee at all this morning or in the middle of the night. I fell asleep listening to Barbara. It was before midnight, and then I woke up this morning at 8:30.
I know that stress will affect those numbers, and you know who else is having their numbers were a lot higher was Donna Ray. I've been watching a couple of her recent videos, and she was talking about that, and so I'm not for sure actually. There has to be a reason, you know. If your body's stressed, it'll affect it. If you're stressed, if you work out, Donna shows that really good because she takes numbers after she runs, and her blood sugar goes up and that stuff. So I'm not for sure, and I don't. It could easily be something from when you got sick too. Do you write down do you track?
Every day I take it so it stays in the mojo for every day, all my readings.
Go back and look when you were sick and see what it was before, and then when you get sick, see what it was when you're sick, and then see what it is after you were sick, and see if that's a difference, because that might just be your body doing something from that cold, you know.
When I was sick, my blood glucose was super low. It was 68, which isn't really low for me in comparison to what I have been when I do my Jesus fast, the end of the year fast. That was different. Then these numbers in the middle of summer is how I'm fasting. But this, I did not plan this. I just figured it's the 250th year. It's prayerful. It's patriotic. I'm doing it for prayer, for supplication for our country, for our leaders, the world ultimately. Hi, Lynn. I'm going to hit the hellos to everybody real quick. I don't want to become rude.
Yeah.
Hi, Lynn. I'm glad you're here. Everybody's saying hi to Uncle Charlie. The Hello Fest. Everybody's saying hello. Thank you all for being on. Evelyn, there we go. I want to talk about Evelyn for a second because
Hi, Evelyn.
yesterday, Evelyn is seen on all of the chats as a moderator. Like Lynn is my moderator, Evelyn's a moderator, Lynn's a moderator here. I had called out Evelyn yesterday on my little quickie video saying I wanted her to do the When Carnivore and Keto Collide. Well, behind the scenes, my friends were helping me out. Aaron, Ivy, Donna, trying to help me out fill in the gaps because let's just say, for instance, I said to Bill, hey, Bill, I need you to do a recipe tomorrow. And then Bill couldn't do it the next day. So I end up doing my little quickie stupid videos. Well, the girls were helping me out. In the meantime, the girls are behind the scene naming people to do the next recipe. So unbeknownst to me, Aaron and Donna were setting the stage for me in helping me. Ivy came on and did her 3 drink recipes. Well, I called out Evelyn. So this morning I said to Evelyn, hey, did you notice I called you out to do a recipe on Saturday? Evelyn doesn't do YouTube lives. So I'm looking forward to seeing Evelyn's when carnivore and keto collide on Facebook. So, Evelyn, did you post yours yet? And if you did, let us know so that we can check you out on Facebook. I'm going to get through all the hellos again. I love the chatty folks. This is wonderful. I love it when everybody says hello and greets everybody. I just feel rude sometimes because I don't address everybody. So my apologies.
Thank you for the early birthdays.
Happy pre-birthday. Yay. And Uncle Charlie says, my skin is glowing. Yep, I think it's glowing because I'm all the imperfections, because I'm not eating. Everything's being shed from my body. So I think that's probably why my skin is glowing. I don't do anything special other than wash my face, take a shower every day, wash my face plain. Hi, Patricia. Glad that you're here. Evelyn, not yet, but she's going to do it today. Thank you so much. Hi, Lance. Lance says hello to everybody. That's right. He had the parade today.
Hi, Lance.
Hey, Lance.
Yay. Okay, I am caught up. Thank goodness. Thank you, guys. So tell me, what's going on with you, Kelly? What you doing today?
Well, I am, well, today, of course, right now I'm help covering call.
You're breaking up a little bit, Kelly. You got
Was
a little break up there, Kel.
I lost connection. I must have had a brief connection, or when I plugged something in, I must have had something. Let me try this again.
Gotcha.
I'll just wait. I was plugging in something I needed for editing a video, but because there was some misunderstanding, miscommunication. So I'm kind of covering just the property I'm working at just for today, rest of the day. And then let's see, got to go into Moberly later on, take my daughter to the raceway where they're having the big Randolph County Fair. She has to do trash duty or cleanup duty for 2 hours. So it is from 3 to 5. So got to do that. So it's supposed to be the whole family, but I'm not going out there. You know, I'm just going to drop her off. See, I just recorded a new quiche video where I collided two things together to make a quiche. So that video that's what I'm doing, is getting ready to edit that video to get it out tomorrow.
Excellent. I love quiche. I just love eggs. Wendy's making a comment here. She's asking, is the spot at the end of the month open? I have something keto uploaded that she can change to public, and there's no call out on it. That's okay if you don't call out on it, Wendy, because then in the subject line, you can do your call out there, or you can post below in the chat who you want to call out. So I'm fine with that. To the best of my knowledge, following along as best as I can. If you would like, you can certainly drop a video on Monday. The reason that I say this is because I was relying on Bob from Carnivore Talk, but after discussing with Bob on Carnivore Talk through Rick's today, he doesn't think he can fulfill it to have it ready by Monday. Wendy, with that being said, can you drop yours on Monday? Your video? Let me know sometime in this chat if you can do it, meaning in 2 days have yours uploaded. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have you guys been watching some of the videos of the people's recipes that have been dropped?
Yeah.
Some of them I haven't yet.
Yeah,
I know I watched yours, both of yours, and then I Erin's Booby Goats, when she did hers, it's like, so sardines. No.
Kelly, sardines are good.
Hello, Karen.
No, I have. They tasted really good, but when I burped that day and it come up and it was the most horrible taste, I'm like, I'm done. I didn't even. I had a delicious meat beef dinner, and I said, forget it. I'm done. I didn't even eat that. I fasted the rest of the day because I couldn't
Hi,
get that taste out of my mouth.
Hello.
Kelly,
Hi,
Kelly,
Kurt.
take and put them in the refrigerator and eat them cold.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I've heard a lot
I
of
gotta
people say
turn
that
the TV up. I gotta head out. A second.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
That's exactly what I did too. I had them cold. I put them in the fridge where it was cold, and they tasted delicious. They tasted just like having tuna, and then it's like when I burped, and I even used mustard and hot sauce. But when I burped, that taste came back. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. Yeah, drop yours on Monday, and I'll just wait in the wings and hear whenever Bob is, according to his schedule, can get his downloaded. We'll do it. So everybody's saying hi to Kurt. Hey, Kurt, how's it going? You got a haircut?
no, I didn't get a haircut. I just got out of the shower.
Oh, there you go. Your
I
hair's
was-
wet.
I was out mowing the lawn in 100-degree weather.
Oof, I know
It's
it's.
a full haircut.
See how sunny it is?
I see. It almost looks hazy, like the fires that have been
Yeah.
going.
I don't know, but I know one thing. It's hot. I took one break for about 10 minutes. Went out, got the backyard mowed. I said, the heck with it. I'm not doing any more this weekend until maybe tomorrow.
Oh yes.
Kurt, do you have a big yard?
I mean, it's not big, but when you're push mowing,
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
ooh.
yeah. The
Yeah, I
neighbor,
understand.
the neighbor got out there, beat me to his, but he's using a rider, and I'm like, really? What a wanker! Get a sack and go out there like I do with no shirt and push mow. Yep.
If I had a yard that I would put that was like the size of my mom's backyard, yeah, I wouldn't have a rider. I would just push mow it. But it takes me about 2 hours to do mine.
Ooh.
I'll show you.
That's with a rider.
This is what I push mow. Just a second. Woo! Look at that beautiful sky.
Yes, beautiful.
So that's my neighbor's place. This is my place. Oh shit! There's my dog. Look at my dog. Hey, what you doing, baby? But that's the size of the yard I push mow.
Woo.
Very nice.
I love it. And then I got about a third of the size in the front yard. So I enjoy it. It's been a long time coming because I used to mow lawn at my parents' push mow when I was a kid, and when I got on disability, I messed up my back and stuff. I got fat, lazy, and felt sorry for myself. But I wanted to ask you, everybody, I don't know if you've seen, but I posted the chats. I YouTube because they were too big, or they're oddball size when I had to cut them. When I screenshotted them to hide some information. So anyways, I put the links in, and YouTube wanted me to verify myself with a photo or like photo ID or put a video of myself on, and I'm against that. I mean, if I'm on here and I'm getting video by you, that's fine. But I'm not sending my information to them.
That's weird. I've never had that happen to me ever. Not one time ever. Anybody else?
Well, the thing of it is, the links are not clickable until you verify. And then if you don't do that, then you got to wait until you become prominent. That's
Can you
probably
just
why.
put in a thumbnail that's not a picture of you?
Huh?
Can you put in just a thumbnail of you, or not of you, but like mine has a picture of me as a painting?
No,
Are
they want a photo ID or a video. and the only video they would get is me flying the bird. That's anyway. I know it doesn't make sense. The links are, you can copy and paste them. Start with the top one and work your way down. You will be, I guess, I don't know. You might be shocked. But
I had a question for Kurt. I watched your video with your cardiologist,
yep,
and then last night I read your post on creatine, and
Yep.
the first one was the cardiologist. I had a question. Are you going back to that guy, or was that your last visit with him?
that was my last visit.
Good.
I put it on there. That was my last visit with the cardiologist. Whoa, no, wait until you read the chats. You think he was bad there? You got to read the chats.
Okay, I'll go back and check it out.
But the thing of it is, after that visit and the chats before that visit, during and after, I fired him.
Good.
But it's just the verbiage in there is NSFW. I let my sailor mouth loose.
I couldn't believe you didn't get up and walk out when he said this is not up for discussion.
No, the reason why is because I just wanted to show, I had to have proof that he's such a D-bag.
Yeah.
And then when a professional acted like he did in the chats, you'll see that I had nothing more to do but fire him.
Yeah.
I didn't read any of the chats. Now you've piqued my interest. Now I have to go and read them. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to copy. You got to copy and paste the links in your browser. It's safe. I'm not a hacker or anything. I don't know enough to hack. I can't even install Linux on my machine. So the links are safe. I use Proton. I didn't want to upload them to some weird site. I trust Proton. That's my VPN.
That, and then I was really glad to see that you're using creatine.
Well, again, I follow Nick Norwitz, and I figure because of my workout, because I sweat so much at work, because I'm pushing 1,100 pound carts 12 times an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not including all the other material carts that I got to push. Come on, get in here, baby. Come on, it's hot. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely piqued my interest when he was talking about the retaining the water, because if you're working your muscles and you're sweating, you're not retaining enough water. Even if you drink a lot of water, you want to retain some moisture or water in your muscles. So I figured, what the heck? What is it? It's not going to kill me. I probably don't get enough creatine through the eggs.
Dr. Boz has several really good videos if you've had a chance to check her stuff out. She has a lot of good videos on creatine.
I haven't taken any creatine this month while I'm fasting. All I'm drinking out of the ordinary is 12 ounces of organic from the pod coffee. That's the only thing other than water.
Oh.
But creatine, I was using it before. Now I thought it put weight on me because it's retaining all the water in your muscles. Now, with that being said, I'm losing weight. Well, duh, Jerry, of course you're going to lose weight because you're not eating, you're fasting. That makes sense. However, I do feel a difference from last month when I used the creatine, meaning June, in comparison to this 18 days that I haven't been using creatine. So that I have noticed, and maybe that's why, Brian, my numbers are weird because I'm not using creatine.
There's too many variables. You're changing, you're not eating, you're not taking the creatine. So yeah.
Right.
I use it because of the cognitive benefits of it. And I noticed when I wrote you, Kurt, on that was that 10 to 15 is kind of my sweet spot, that I can tell the difference in my brain and the brain fog. And above that, like 20, I tried that for a while, and I didn't notice anything. So I went back to the 10 to 15
I'm
grams.
I'm loading up on 10 for the time being, and I noticed the difference. Like at work, after work, I'm usually sore, stiff, slightly, and last night, and it could be a placebo effect. It's my mind, or not. I don't want to say placebo, but psychosomatic. So give it a chance. But this morning I woke up. I'm not stiff. I'm not achy like I am at times and I worked last night. I worked the most out of all this week. This whole week has been a dredge because we run out of parts. I got to run every 10 minutes, pull a partial rack to keep production running, and I get tired of it because the people, anyways, that's work. I'm done with that.
How about you, Kelly? Do you do creatine?
I done it earlier this year, but I hadn't done it in a while. But I might do some later on.
Because you're what you do is extremely physical as well, like Kurt does. Whereas me, I'm the assembly side of what Kurt does. I have material handlers that deliver parts to me. Then I take my hands and then I assemble it, of course. Brian's using it for the mental aspects of it, the brain cognitive. I can't spit that word out, but
Cognizance.
thank you. And I can understand Brian's aspect because I did feel sharper last month, but I feel sharper differently fasting. But I do not feel as hydrated this month. I find myself being thirsty and thirsty and thirsty more. Maybe it's because I'm fasting. Maybe it's because of the heat, but I've never fasted during a summer month ever. So this is all new to my body right now.
Jerry, you might try adding it back to your thing and document how you feel on that.
I think that would be a fabulous thing to do. I truly do. I think I should, starting tomorrow, because, well, my day's almost over today right now, and then see if I can see a marked difference. Or would you add it tonight? Would that make a difference?
Good. Thomas DeLowry was talking about, I used to put it in my coffee, but then I started hearing people saying that destroys it and all that. But that's mixed reviews on that one. So I don't know, but I heard Thomas talking about it on one of his things. And he said that they're starting to notice that one of the best ways you can get it in was with your electrolytes. So I've been putting in San Pellegrino or water and my electrolytes and the creatine.
Okay, I have well water here at the house, and I do have San Pellegrino in the trunk of my vehicle, so I can do both, and I will get that in tonight. Then I'll definitely try it. Now we do have a filtration system in the house here, Culligan man in our house, but I still think I benefit from the natural well, our God water, I call it, our real water. So I don't taste a difference unless I would go to a house, maybe in my neighborhood that doesn't have a filtration system. Maybe I would taste the difference.
So what kind of filtration system do you have?
Culligan, the two different, the big tank systems, osmosis, reverse osmosis, I think.
Yeah. It's okay. RO is all right, but there are filtration systems that this is not everything's a subscription. I feel that Culligan is too commercial. There are filtration systems. If your husband's a handyman, he could install it, and it's like a pre-stage, and then you have like three to four filters. And it doesn't filter out all the minerals like RO. RO is completely bone dry of minerals, 99.9%. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I used to drink RO, but you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff that you could use, your body could use.
Interesting. Hi, Amanda, my girl from the other side of Wisconsin. Hi, Amanda. How are you? Now, Wendy's saying here that her reverse
Amanda.
osmosis system is for drinking ice and cooking.
Oh.
So primarily that's probably what ours is, but it is used by the shower and the dishwasher and all the things in our house too, Wendy, and Kurt, of course. Oh, Kurt, you fell out. You fell off, Kurt. Come back, Kurt. I swear I didn't kick him out, boys.
Waiting to see if he pops back on.
Yeah, I'm amazing today. Thanks, Jerry. Well, thank you, Amanda. Did you get the torrential rains and storms that we got I'm 40 miles north of Eau Claire in Wisconsin. It was coming down so bad. My German Shepherd was just freaked out. She cannot deal with storms. I had to be Mama Bear. When I got home, she was deathly afraid. Amanda saying hi to you, boys.
Our little Max couldn't deal with the storms or the fireworks. This was really the hard time of the year for him when he was with us.
Oh, yeah. Now, Kelly, what about your daughter's dog? How was the dog in your house through storms and fireworks?
He's just calm.
Nice.
He doesn't seem like he's really scared or anything. Hello, Amanda. No, he's not scared. We had so many storms, but we lucked out. We had quite a bit of rain, but we lucked out. When you talked about rain I believe it was last weekend, southeast Missouri, where Ivy, Cape Girardeau, southeast Missouri, they call it the SEMO area, the southeastern part of the Ozarks. They got 12 inches of rain or foot of rain overnight and caused some flooding. But poor Texas, down there close to where Jeff Geezy lives, Uvalde, Caryville, Sonora, Del Rio, San Antonio, they are getting hammered hard. I think it looked like it's even worse than it was last year.
I had a friend that lived down there at just south of San Antonio, and he said when it rains here, you don't want to be out driving because people will drive into water and drown all the time around here because they just didn't get it then. But yeah, I think that's the flooding in the hill country. What was it, a year ago or 2 years ago, with all the little kids that died?
Yeah, because I remember I saw Reed Timmer and he's in Sonora, and I'm like, that's the Devil River. They have a dry river called the Devil River that goes through Sonora, and it's a dry bed is what it is. And I'm like, wow, I never seen that river full. Usually it's dry when I went through there going on those mission trips to Acuna.
Well, hey, guys, hold down the fort. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right. So what are you doing today, Kelly? Sorry.
No, you're fine. Well, probably in a few minutes, as soon as Jerry gets back, I'll have to take off because I have to go into town. My daughter's got to go out there where the raceway is. They got the big Randolph County Fair, and so part of the 4-H. She's part of 4-H and FFA, and she has to go do. They have to do cleanup duty, so they allotted 2 hours from 3 to 5 today. So that, and I'm covering Colin, and I'm editing my next video.
Are you going to be on tomorrow?
Yes, I will be on tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central.
Very nice.
I'll probably just do like not last time, but the last couple times before that. I probably just kind of like Jerry share the link and then anybody come on. I enjoy that more when I have people come on. Because I kept it going, but I really didn't have much to talk about last weekend. And it's like, wow, I'm going to have to I'm about to run out of things here.
I don't see how you guys can do that. On my Facebook, today's the 365 day, and posting every day, that was a whole lot harder than I thought it would be. I don't see how you guys can post as much and do as much as you do.
Yeah, I overheard you, Kelly, saying that you had to bug out. So I appreciate the time.
Yeah, I saw that you were still on. I'm like, well, I'm gonna hop in for a little bit because we got a little bit of time, and then do a little bit of editing, and then it's like, oh, it's time to go. So I'll go take my daughter to the it'll be the raceway, but the fairgrounds, and so she can do that, and I'll just go back into town. I'll go wash my car. It needs to be washed. I washed my truck. I got my truck out last weekend. I was gonna get it out last Friday when my daughter got got poison ivy, and I had to go. I had to go and take her, and I was gonna take the truck, but the battery was completely dead. I'm like, this is a brand new battery. What in the world? And I guess must have been something I must have actually left on. And so far it has started. So Saturday started fine. I took the truck out. It hadn't been driven for a long time. It needed to be driven.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to go do that. And then I'll come back home and finish editing this new quiche video I got to come out tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for visiting. I appreciate every time you come on, Kelly. But seriously, you're just looking younger and younger and younger every time I see you.
Well, I'm feeling younger and younger, except for the right hip. If I can just get it to straight up, and I'm good. Otherwise, I walk like. Well, my mom says, you remember what is it? The real McCoys, Grandpa McCoy, Walter Brenham. Of course, that's the way he walked. And she's like, yeah, you're walking like Grandpa McCoy. Well, I don't feel like Grandpa McCoy. I may be walking like him, but I sure don't feel like him. But if I can get that part going, hey, I'll be good. But that's coming up here actually less than a month now. So
fabulous.
Did they give you any exercises to do before you did that? Or before you
I've been doing no, they haven't even gave me any exercises. I've been doing most of what I can on my own. I'll do squats, I'll do certain things, stretches, stuff like that. But other than that, no, they hadn't gave me any exercises. I'm just doing that because it helps, whatever it does. Because every now and then I'll be walking like, I can feel it on the backside a little bit. And so I'll do some stretch. I'll sit down for a minute, then I'll do some stretches, do some squats, and then it feels like it's okay, and I can go on. Then walk like Grandpa McCoy again. But I am super excited. But here in 3 weeks, I will be in Keto Simple. Dustin from Keto Simple's having a meetup in Indianapolis or in Avon, Indiana. And I'm taking a mini road trip, and Cheyenne's going with me. I told her, I said, you want to go on this road trip? She said, yes. I said, well, we're going to go to a meetup.
Yay, fabulous. Hi, Cheyenne.
I know my name.
Yeah, because I just said it.
Oh.
All right. Well, y'all have a great day. I'm looking forward to hearing your story tomorrow night, Brian.
Very nice. I love seeing you guys in the chats whenever I do those things.
It'd be awesome. I seen pictures because we're friends on Facebook, and I saw many pictures, and it's like, wow, Brian has went through an incredible transformation journey here, and it's incredible seeing your picture from your early days to today, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm doing 3 posts today, and on the next one I do later on, it's going to have a lot more before and afters and that. So if you get a chance, give it a look.
Will do. All right, I will see you all later.
See you later.
Bye, Cheyenne. Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
That was cute when she showed up.
Yeah.
How did they know my name?
Looks in. Well, when Erin's and all of her little ones are peeking in and looking in.
I know, exactly.
I loved her video. I think it was yesterday or the day before, not for sure, of her doing the hula hoop outside of the Dunkin' Donuts wearing Carrie's shirt and then going in. That was funny.
She posted that in my earlier chat, the earlier show that I did, and I really want to see it because I heard her talk about it, but I didn't see it yet. Again, it's the whole so much time in a day thing.
Yeah.
I would die. I would just die if you went into the building and then, let's say, the odor would kick you out. What do you wear? What is that shirt? Done. Oh, thanks for everything. No, what?
I got my Campbell's shirt from Gary, and I wore it at my doctor's appointment the other day, and everybody was kind of looking at it, but they really weren't paying attention because it looks like an actual Campbell's. And I have two friends that weren't there, and I said, oh, they looked at it and they kind of had a puzzle look, and I said, read it. And they went, oh.
It's so true. I got to talk about this. What Amanda just posted, that Amanda saying to Kelly, I couldn't agree with you more, that Brian, you, sir, you, am I pointing the right way? You look like a completely different person altogether. Not to mention what your driver's license says. Kelly, I'm sorry, Brian, I still can't believe what your driver's license says. I refuse to believe it because the person that I see on this screen does not look like that number on your driver's license. Sorry.
I lied on my driver's license.
Not about your age, though. Your age is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
You don't look like your age. No, and Kelly either. Same thing. I don't.
He looked 20 years younger. I was sitting there and going, okay, what is different? And I heard, I was in the back and whatever was on, and they were talking that he did something, and my brain's going, okay, something's different here, but it's not making any sense. And yeah, he looked 20 years younger. You know who looked a lot younger too was Thomas when he shaved his beard. He looked a lot younger too.
True that's for sure. That's 100% certain. So Amanda's laughing at you. She's Brian. LOL. Sharon's here. Hi, Sharon. Welcome.
Hi, Sharon.
Welcome, kiddo. Okay, I got to take a brief moment and highlight this one because let me scroll back up and point this out before I forget. Okay, Evelyn, who I call Evie because I love her. She just posted on Facebook. And I'm going to show you all on Facebook right here. She posted her post on Facebook for the recipe challenge that I gave to her. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, ladies and gentlemen, is because, well, of course, if you're on Facebook, I want you to subscribe to Evelyn. Evelyn, her last name is Beatty, Beatty. So she posts this recipe. She says in her post here, I was challenged by Jerry of Just Jerry for a recipe when keto and carnivore collide, and they're chicken Pinot bites. So I'm going to show the picture of them, which is just a picture. And then I'll read the recipe to highlight her participation in the When Carnivore and Keto Collide series. So here goes. Chicken P-E-N-O bites, Pinot bites. Spray your muffin tins or coat them in butter and layer them just like she says here. Number 1, shredded cheese, shredded chicken, cream cheese, bacon bits, jalapenos. Step number 4 is put more shredded cheese on. Bake at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. She's using her leftovers, so her chicken had taco seasoning in it, which is fine. If you're strict carnivore, leave out the taco seasoning and jalapenos. Best if eaten right away. They look fabulous. I'm going to make a big
Yeah, those look wonderful. Dina's next to me going, oh, those look good. We're going to do that.
Yes. So I wouldn't necessarily call myself a strict carnivore because I put seasonings in. I don't mind jalapenos. I eat them. I don't mind pickles. If a piece of broccoli falls on my plate, I would eat it, but I wouldn't go out and get a big Elaine from Seinfeld salad kind of thing. You know what I mean, Brian? Yeah, but thank you.
I've had some pickles since I started, but I really slowed down. It's crazy as I'm more strict than I thought I would ever be, but I tried after my 90 days on Dr. Barry's thing, I tried adding back stuff and it didn't work. I would really like to have some sauerkraut or some homemade fermented pickles, but they're easy to make and they're wonderful. But I'm also afraid if I eat them, they're not going to work for me, and I'm trying to wrap my head around the sadness that would follow from that.
Brother, I have been there myself. I have been there. Amanda St. Jerry, I'll happily subscribe to Evelyn. Yeah, do it. She's fabulous. The recipes that she has on here is in part the reason why I thought I would do what I'm doing for the month of July, even though I was fasting. I thought, how can we get our communities together by just sharing recipes as simple as what Ivy did 2 days ago? She did the 3 drink recipes. Erin took a simple recipe, coffee, mixed it with mint. It's a recipe. It's a thing. It's a contribution. So to the people that think during this month of recipe relay, as I like to call it, that it has to be this big production, to those of you out there, no, it doesn't have to be a big production. If me and my stupid little piece of cheese on a chaffle maker makes a recipe, and then you have Evelyn giving us her beautiful creation posted on Facebook, that's a contribution. If Brian contributes and takes a picture of his steak on his plate, that's a contribution. That's the beauty of this month. Tag somebody as a surprise. Let Brian know on Sunday, hey, Brian, I'm tagging you on Monday. He's not going to go all ballistic and go, oh, no, I have to make this big production. No, you don't. Just make it fun. That's the whole point of this recipe relay. When carnivore and keto collide, just give me something. Let's share. Let's have a great time.
That does sound fun.
It's all fun. It's got to be fun. We can't all be serious and staunchy here. Keto and carnivore people, we have to be fun. Thank you so much, Evelyn.
Yeah, when I get off, I'll find Evelyn's channel and I'll like her. Mine's easy. It's just my name, and there's not very many of me around. My last name, I've got my cousin's son in Florida, and that's about it. And then that line's done.
Yep, I have a YouTube channel that's just my name too. Same thing. And then I went through a period where I was doing Bible passages, but then it got to be a little too crazy for me with my real life and then going through the coaching, and then I end up putting that channel by the wayside because I was in the Kilts coaching part aspect. So just try to keep up with YouTube videos is a trip sometimes, right, Brian?
Yeah. Well, then everything piles on like Thursdays. There's a billion lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Evelyn saying hi to everybody. Sharon just said here that she's been eating sauerkraut and kimchi every day for 6 months. She started with a tablespoon twice a week. Then every day up to a quarter cup. Now she's back to twice a week. She loves it, but I just don't need it. I still love it, but I don't need it. Right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Evelyn, thank you. It was a pleasure to pick you. Of course I was going to pick. I thought somebody would have picked you by now because of your creative juices and the posts that you have. You guys you'll see, Brian, when you get to friend her on Facebook. She's got a lot. Evelyn, please nominate somebody. You nominate anybody you want, Evelyn. You can post it here. You can write it here right now. You can add to your post here because I'm going to tag it on my end and put it on my page. By all means, put somebody in there and then they can figure it out whenever they want. At this point in the game, this whole recipe series is so hodgepodge. At this point in the game, Evelyn, go on with yourself, girlfriend. Nominate they can post whenever they want. It's the end of the month. Let's just have a party.
That's funny.
Oh shoot! And Wendy's going to be posting something. We just talked about it right here on this chat. So by all means, everybody post anything. Brian, if I'd ask you to post, would you be posting something?
Well, you'd have to tell me how to do it, actually. So yeah, I could do it. There's a reason I'm taking Amy's class. I'm no good at this. I just push buttons until it either works or breaks.
Oh, brother, the reason I'm saying this is because you have a Facebook page. So if I would say to you, hey, Brian, make a post, you could take a picture of your food and then post on Facebook, like Evelyn did. Same thing. This is part of the
just
fun.
write how I did it.
Any way you want to do it, it's all part of the fun. I love it. I love it.
Egg salad, and I'll do it.
Yay! Egg salad it is. Oh, I love egg salad. I'll tell you, that's one of my absolute go-tos in a pinch that I could eat every day. If I had the opportunity, I would eat egg salad and pickles every day and ground beef. Yeah, all of those I would eat and not get tired.
This is what we call our faux potato salad. So yeah, I can do that.
Yay!
Matter of fact, I will do that tonight.
Fabulous. And then what you can do is you can name somebody else, and then we'll just continue on and so on and so on. And we'll name as many people as possible from now until the end of the month and just have a great old time.
Very
I love
nice.
it. This will be a blast. This will be the crazy week. This will be absolutely fun. The last 2 weeks of the month, it'll be a blast. I can't wait. We're going to just throw caution to the wind and start creating a bunch of stuff and posts all over the place.
Just do it until they ask us to leave.
Exactly. Wendy says here that she's stricter than some people would think. Most days she's above 90%. Some days she's going into the 70s, as Bart K suggests. If 7 bites of food are meat and eggs, you're still crazy high carnivore. Absolutely. Absolutely. Evelyn's laughing. True that. Yay, Brian, says Amanda. You know it. Yay. Sounds awesome. We're going to just be a bunch of shit disturbers this month, Brian. We're going to be posting and naming a bunch of people. And I don't care.
You know that back in the 80s, that would have meant something different, right? when grandma's going, what is it? When we invade somebody's place, what does she call that?
Raid.
Yeah. No, back in the 80s, that would have been a whole different thing. That would have been going in, taking what I want and slapping somebody around and then leaving.
Oh, so true. So true, man. So fun. You just got to have fun. This is fabulous.
My wife's laughing at me, and she knew me at that time period and fell in love with me. So that's on her.
There we go. There you have it. Oh my goodness, that's fun. Now, does your wife have her own Facebook as well?
Yes. And it's just under our name, right? Yeah. Deana, Deana, Arie, Arie.
I misspelled it again. Deana.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't spell. Spell me your last name, please.
Arie.
My fingers aren't working. There we go. Now the fingers work. She's my friend. I had to make a request, so tell her that's me, Jerry. I just requested.
The thumbnail is us on the 4th of July, the year before I got sick. Did you see our post with the 4th of July pictures?
Is on your page?
Yeah. Those were from the year, 6 months before I got sick. And I haven't posted any new pictures, but tonight I'm going to post the one I took of us this year sitting outside.
Nice. Nice. I rarely go on Facebook. I truly rarely do it, only because it's a whole 10-hour a day thing,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, 12-hour work day for me thing, and trying to do all the things in the month is just crazy. And another person talked to me about my WhatsApp lack of doing it. I'm so embarrassed. Sometimes I don't WhatsApp people for over a week and I reply to them. Oh, awful.
And she just accepted your friendship.
Yay. Yay. We're friends, Dina.
Yeah,
Yay.
you're saying that. She's going to sucker you into doing it something.
And Jerry will be saying, throw me a recipe out here soon.
Very nice.
Oh.
That's funny.
Funny. Well, I think I probably need to go off. The reason I say this is because Thomas is going on. And if we step on Thomas, I don't want him to be upset. So Sharon just posted here. I don't think I've gone over 20 grams of carbs, but maybe a half a dozen times in 2 years.
That's great, Sharon.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. If I have gone over it, it was when I CGM'd, when I got that CGM that one time that I ended up getting, because this is terrible to say this, but it's true. It was a friend of mine's deceased family member that had it, and he gave it to you. Hey, Jerry, I don't know what this is. It's for diabetics. Do you want it? Yeah. So that's how I got the CGM, and I put it on, and I ate cheat foods just to see how that CGM reacted to my body. And mentally, Brian, seeing those numbers makes me scared as crap. If this is what a teaspoon of Culver's custard ice cream.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy on here on Facebook. I don't know if he does YouTube, but he tests and he says, let's try this. And then he goes back 2 hours and looks. And he ate pizza one night and it was with him for almost 8 hours, like insanely high. And overnight, and then it would come down and go back up. And I was sitting there going, right there's a good enough reason never to eat that again. But yeah, and I need to save up and get one of those and do it for like figure out and do it for 6 months. When everybody started talking about testing, I said, it's just a tool, and you don't have to. I always say do it for 2 weeks, document, because if you don't document, you're not going to remember. And then you can go back and look at your numbers, see where you're at, see if you're trending on anything, and then go to once a week, because them test strips are expensive.
Yes.
But if you don't test, you're not going to know. Test, don't guess.
100%. Sharon wrote, I sacrificed myself for scientism. True that. I'm going to open up my second box tomorrow of my test strips because, well, I ordered them. Now I order them from Amazon. Where do you get your strips from, Brian?
If you get them on the regular site, the Mojo site, if you buy the ketone and the glucose, I think it's $59, so it's like $15 off. Look at the price of Amazon and compare it, because when I did that a while back, it was cheaper to go with the actual site than Amazon.
Okay.
And also you have to remember, if Amazon isn't getting it directly from the company, you don't know how long it's been sitting in a warehouse. So just that's something everybody's going to have to come up to on their own. But if it's cheaper, go the cheapest route and bundle. It's like, if you want to do this, get the $99 bundle. It's like $120, but together, and then use Dr. Boz has a discount, and Ben Azadi also has a thing. I see she's in the room. Well, there goes my fun. I've got to go.
That's why I put it down on the screen, because I'm like, he's talking. Is he going to see this? And Evelyn's got you too. Deanna, Evelyn's got you. She said hello. Hello back.
Very
Look
nice.
what we started. Look what we started.
Well, if you didn't know, she started carnivore on Monday with
I
me.
knew that you told
Yeah.
us. Yes.
Yeah. We've been talking about it for a long time, and stuff had come up every time we were going to start, and it just didn't work out. But it kind of everything came in a line on Monday, and um, it's going to make life a lot easier. And I think that it's going to be wonderful for her. So,
I do too. Welcome to this crazy family. Yeah, we love you and we embrace you wholeheartedly.
she's going to have a YouTube channel before I do.
Excellent, excellent.
I'll have
Now,
to go on to her lives to see her.
Ben Smoothie is saying Ben has a good or interesting video on some advice to lower the blood sugar. Probably Ben Azadi. Way to go, Deanna. Yes, says Evelyn. Oh, you're too kind. Well, we're going to heart you and heart you and heart you. Very good. We're so glad to have you here. Hi, Deanna, said Manda. Now, Amanda, now we got to subscribe. We'll do all the things. And Brian, will you just be in the dust because your wife is going to have the new channel? And
I'll go back to the chauffeur role when I can drive.
oh, true. Are you going to go
Water,
on?
Garcon. Water. Okay.
Oh, funny. Are you going to go on Thomas's channel too when he starts? I think he's at, 4 o'clock Eastern. What time zone are you in, Brian?
I'm in Central. I think we're in the same time zone.
Okay,
It's
excellent. It's
2:58 here.
3. Right.
Yeah.
It's almost 3 here.
We used to have a weird time zone thing here. The time zone split. I'm from Lakin, and it's about 21 miles west of here. And the time zone was just outside of Lakin. So Garden was central and Lakin was mountain. And so, and my dad had to work in both, so we had to know both of the schedules. And in the 80s, they had to get a Congress to pass a law to move the time zone, like I think it was 20 miles on that side of us over there.
Wow. What time is it? Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Where am I right now? Mate, are you going to? Oh, here comes Deanna says, thank you. I don't want to step on the boys' toes.
That ain't gonna happen.
Oh, so fun.
I'll
Are
just
you
flip
going
the switch on the internet. She'll never know.
Listen, that's like you said, that's why we're taking the Amy class because
Oh.
I wish I could do certain things on the live as other people do. They show other things in pictures. I have to show Evelyn stuff this way with a cell phone because I don't know how to do it.
You look at all the wonderful stuff and everybody doing their things and flipping stuff, and then you see John Together Strong stuff, the platform that he's got going. It's incredible, you know. And I'm going, okay, I think I've got this thing on now. How do I go to this?
Right.
But yeah, I'm enjoying that, and I'm glad that we can go back and look at that. I think that she's still got it open where you can go in and sign up for it. So anybody listening here, and you're not proficient in the ways of the computer, I would highly recommend it. And plus, she's wonderful and fun to be around.
Thank you very much. I agree with you. If you have the opportunity, everybody, please, by all means, check out Amy's technology class. Wendy is saying she's going to make Evelyn snacks. I bet they're good while they're still warm. I bet they are. Wait till you see her page, Wendy. The stuff that she has on there, her creative recipes, and what that girl does with a packet of keto chow. Ooh, fabulous. Evelyn is a fabulous person from the Facebook side that a lot of people that are on YouTube don't realize how wonderful her page is. She's a beauty inside and out. I love to know Evelyn. I'm happy to have her as my friend. I guess we better go, Brian, because Thomas will be calling us every name in the book if we
I
don't
know.
leave.
Very nice.
Okay,
You
well,
have
I'm
a
gonna,
blessed day, and I'll see you over there.
I'll see you over there. Thanks, Brian, for hopping on. Mwah.
Well, bye bye. Love you. Bye bye.
I love you too. Bye, Deanna. Bye.
She's waving. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, so cute. Evelyn's blushing, blush, but I speak truth. I do, Evelyn. So I'm going to close out everybody next to my Christmas tree, my fake Christmas tree in the middle of my basement. Hugs and kisses. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. From earlier today, doing my rudimentary hoopa hoopa, which I'm continuing every day. So watch my journey as I hoopa hoopa my way through life. From now until next year, let's see how advanced I can be. Hugs and kisses. Best wishes. Thanks for visiting me. Watch me tomorrow. I'll be on at 12 noon. I'm still continuing on with the book of James tomorrow because, well, I stepped out of it. Oh, here we got something here. Evelyn put that down. Thank you, Evelyn. Wonderful moderator. Thank you so much. Here's Amy's page if you want to sign up for her Keto Rockstar Tech Coaching. Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate you. He is so sweet. He surely is. I need an insulin shot because Brian is so sweet. Just saying. There's hearts from Evelyn. Maria saying goodbye, everybody. Hugs and kisses. And Wendy, LOL, 710. I still can't type. That's okay because I can't speak. Ask my friend Sharon. She will tell you. Right, Sharon? I love you too, Manda. Stay cool, Manda. Stay cool, everybody. Hugs and kisses, everybody. Mwah. Best wishes. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate each and every one of you. See you tomorrow, 12 noon Central Standard Time, Book of James, where I would have continued last week if I didn't get hit by that bug I had. Everything's all good. Tomorrow's day 19 of my fast. See you at Thomas's house. Toodles for now.